I just quickly looked up Trump Bitcoin, and even Forbes even says Trump sparks talks of Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset.
I think he did more. I think he did more than spark it. Okay, I think he said he's going to hold it. So if you hold it, you got to hold it somewhere.
I don't think the Bitcoin crowd understands how monumental that speech was, because it wasn't just Bitcoiners listening, right? Like, you have many people.
Remember at the airport? You remember at the airport we heard this. Hey, he went off topic. He could have done it in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
it needs to be single purpose. I'm like, I don't think you understand who was there. Okay, like, first off, I don't think most of the hardcore Bitcoiners are going to vote for Trump. So if I was advising them, dude, don't even talk to them. I would speak to them about freedom and nothing else, and talk to them about how you yourself are being entrapped. And that that. He does know that. Like, he looked at me and said, you're going to get, well, most certainly, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. I have a massive consolidated play here. And the reason I'm getting into politics is there's only one thing that can go wrong here. Like, seriously, okay? And it's these crazy guys. So I don't want war. I don't want an EMP. I don't want another COVID-19, and I don't know what any of these other people are going to do. But I saw a guy say that he was not going to sell the coins, that he's not going to have a CBDC on his watch, and that we can self-custody. Let's see, what else? Okay. And then he talked about war and immigration and taxes. And you guys are saying that's not important. I think it's really important.
He also talked about energy a lot.
Hey, they're teasing him because they said, hey, I'm going to drown you in electricity. Dude, he's actually thinking, hey, we are going to be leaders in AI also. And he actually he has already drawn the link between Bitcoin and AI. I mean, he knows they're correlated. He's encouraging commerce. He's encouraging us leading the way and having low taxes on capital gains and being self-sufficient through energy and not being pushed around on this planet. So I just don't know what else we want, bro. I didn't hear anyone else say that.
Yeah, I didn't agree with the comment. I thought Trump did fine, and also, like, you can't control the guy, so you have to go in with the right expectations. He's going to give his stump speech no matter what. He's never going to just talk about one thing. That's just not who he is. So to have any expectation that
we need to remember, it was a broader audience than the people who bought a ticket in there. Okay, the world's going to see this.
Yep.
The world is going to see this. Okay, the world is going to hear both Kennedy and Trump. Going against this is now a problem. Okay, like, because you've just had two people that have most of the vote go, hey, this is the right thing for America.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, his live stream of the debate, someone told me that day had over 400,000 people watching.
Yeah, Melker told
his speech.
Yeah, 350 to 400,000 people.
That's insane. And yeah, you think those are all Bitcoiners? How many of them are just there to watch Trump? Right? I mean, I think that's huge.
For those that don't know, and many don't know, but I had phone calls all this weekend from buddies of mine that are 60 years old saying, hey, how do I do this? I haven't talked to these people in 30 or 40 years. Dude. Gary, can't believe you're doing this again. You're going to go slaughter it again. I mean, they saw me in natural gas. They thought I was crazy, man. They were like, but this guy loves this business. Well, I mean, it was so clear to me that I was going to make a shitload of money. I mean, I literally did exactly what I'm doing here. I would go anywhere, see anyone, meet everyone. And then I just kept getting and everybody was like, hey, why are you here to meet with us? I'm like, dude, I'm just getting my thesis down. I just want to make sure there's no holes in my thesis. Not selling you anything. I don't want anything from you. And 17 years later, you retire after having a blast. That's the hilarious part. Like, going to work every day. Like, I can't believe they're paying me. I'm having so much fun, right? And this is exactly the same way, dude. Exactly the same way. But literally, a buddy called me, took his IRA, smashed it into Bitcoin. And then he took all of his equities, 401ks, all this stuff that's sitting in 3 and 4% yields. He pushed it all into either. Then, hey, should I use Coinbase or should I self custody? I'm like, just slow down, dude. Go read another white paper. So that's. I mean, if a small guy like me starts getting 2 and 3 of these phone calls, imagine what's going on everywhere.
Yeah.
Imagine, dude. Now I also can't tell you how many people walked up to me and went, "Wow, bro, you got me into 3 Bitcoin." Almost everyone to the one that I met who's been here a long time, I asked them, "How much money have you made trading all this other crap?" Almost to the one, they're like, "I should have just stayed." That's the other thing that I've had this bit of an instinct for the last 2 or 3 years that not nearly as much money. I go into some of these spaces and I hear these traders talk about how rich they are and how much money's being made in this space, and observing what I call obnosis is the ability to observe over a very diverse group of people. I think that is a benefit. Like I can bounce right between all these groups. I have not seen the indicators of great wealth made and retained. And like, for instance, my friend off the UK coast, like I'm quite certain that he has retained some real money. And it's not because I've seen his balance sheet, the way he talks, right? And I know some of what he's into. And also know that he lost loads of money on some other projects, right? So
yeah,
you can tell some of these people. So my point is that I think that got validated this weekend, that there was a lot of people that really misunderstood how big this was going to be. I think they're still misunderstanding it, actually, because I think there might be just a little bit of, hey, we actually kind of like this to stay small. There might be some of that going on. I've seen this happen before. The problem is you can't now. It's now it's Katie bar the door now. It's out. You have let the commercial animal spirits out. They ain't going back in that bottle.
We heard it on the Twitter Spaces yesterday, right? People talking about like, wow, like this is, we hate the long lines. It was crowded, but wait a minute, this is what adoption looks like.
Yeah. Hey, don't buy a cheap ticket to a premier show. Like I told Perry that today. I was like, bro, I mean, you went to the greatest show on earth on a press pass. I mean, of course. I mean, like, I mean, those we should probably buy some tickets now for next year. Well, we didn't even buy tickets, did we?
No, we don't need to buy tickets.
My team had whale tickets, dude. We didn't spend it.
No, we don't need to buy tickets. We'll be fine.
No. Well, somebody's got to buy tickets. I mean, we did contribute quite a bit. So yes, I thought it was. I don't know how else we would have wanted a better show. There's nothing I could add to that show. I mean, it would have been nice meeting some, skinny, rich redhead from some, Asian country that I fell in love with. But other than that, that's the only thing that didn't happen to me. So I just think, dude, I think it's absolutely awesome. I have more conviction than I do. If I could sell my house this afternoon, I would. If I could sell that other business I still have, I would. And I would smash into this business so hard. This is the easiest trade I've ever done in my entire life. I must say, it is the most relaxing. In fact, Simon Dixon said to me the other day, he said, your analogy that the Bitcoin as a business is really kind of interesting. He said, I actually like it because you start thinking about it. Wow, no people, dude. If you could invest in a business that made 45% a year, has no people, okay, no emails,
low overhead, right?
no lawyers, dude. No stress, bro. See, this is the problem with running businesses. They require a lot of energy, besides just money. I can't just money, education, compliance, processes, rule, just us traveling, having all those people come with us. It's energy, man. Oh, got to pick her up, him up, that phone, it's, and when you're doing Bitcoin, you're sitting there, dingy, dingy, dingy. Let me go read a book. Let me learn something else about the world. Let me go create some art. Let me go back to my job. Let me go back to work today. I'll go early, maybe get a bigger bonus next year, work harder, have time to look at all my assets and maybe go, hey, maybe I don't need some of these things. I still think a lot of people are asset long and they don't even know what kind of return it's making for them.